Hi, guys. We're
Hello.
live.
Hello.
Hi, Stacie. Hi, Sam.
Hello. It's so good to
Hi.
see you guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you too. I see so many folks are joining. Everyone, if just in case you don't already know Sam Wescott, I know you guys know Stacie because she comes on with us a lot of the time. But Sam is not new to me because we've known each other for since Beaded Life days from
Yeah. hmm
2017, and we did an article together.
I think
And
that's right. And then we did that bead swap on our blogs in like 2018 or something like that.
it was so fun. I still have the pieces you made. Actually, I should get those while we're live and show them. So what
Oh,
we
that's
did
so
is we
sweet.
sent each other beads, and we
hmm
made something with the beads that each other sent, and they were like challenge beads. And
hmm
I loved one of the ones you made so much that I ordered it from your shop.
I know. I was like, you sent me the beads, and then I put them together, and then you sent it back. I'm like, I would have just sent these back to you. It was so
That's
sweet.
hysterical.
I was like, somebody bought this necklace already, and I'm like, it's Danielle. Like,
It's me.
it's like I have your address. I could have just stamped refused and put it back in the mail. Like,
I just really loved it, and you put
it
so
was
much time
so
into it. So
sweet.
I needed to have it, and I still have it.
Yeah.
It's actually you can almost see it over there. I have it on one of those busts, and so super super cute. Little
Oh my
owls,
goodness.
and we were
The
doing
owls
lamp.
were so cute. They were so
Those are
cute.
I wish
Oh,
those articles were still posted. They might still be on your blog, right? I wonder if they're still.
uh, I know I still have my reveal, and I think I have the post about what I sent you, but mine is like an old school like blog, so like
You
it
got to
probably has a
scroll.
bunch of dead links in it. I'm trying to revive it. I miss blogs. I miss websites, you know?
Me too.
They
Definitely.
were fun. I miss blog swaps. Like I think I started my blog like right at the end of the blog swap bead hop kind of days. And I don't think the youngins know about the bead swaps. They were so much fun. I want to get on
No,
Instagram and be like, babies, there
I
was
know
a time. We used to
there was.
play.
Those were the good days. Oh my goodness.
So Sam, I'm trying to figure out what year we met. And I'm like
That's a great question.
struggling. So Sam and I are
Okay.
both in Cincinnati. We're like taking over the Cincinnati contingent here. So I learned almost all of my seed beading from Sam when Beads Direct was a store up in Mason area.
hmm
And I can't remember what year.
So we opened in 2010. I joined on as like retail shop teenager when I was 18. I've been working for the same company since I was 18. So that was 15 years ago. And that was 2010. And we were a brick and mortar store with in person classes for 3 years. So it would have been between 2010 and 2013. I probably didn't start teaching until like 2011 ish.
That seems
Um,
about right because I started beading in 2010.
yeah. So it's been a while. It's been a while. And then after the shop where I work went online only in 2013 and we moved, we both started hanging out at Kathy's over at Beaded Bliss in Harrison, where we would both like hang out. I was there almost every Wednesday night for like 7 years. And then I would teach classes there, which you'd attend
Yeah.
sometimes, and we'd go to like sometimes we'd be at the same workshops. Like it was so much fun.
Yeah. And they're no longer brick and mortar there either. They're all online.
Mm-mm. Yeah, she Beaded Bliss lasted until December of 2020. So she had a good long run as well. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of Wednesday nights where we were all working and hanging out. It was great. Um, yeah, I do miss it. I miss it a lot. It was fun.
I miss doing classes too. Getting to
hmm
go to an in-person class is something very fun about that. And I
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't really have any brick and mortars left in the Cincinnati area. We do have Erin of World of Beads, um, which ironically she's like down the street from where I work. And even though we are both bead stores in Blue Ash, mine being online only, of course, we carry almost none of the same things. It's like if you took the whole beading genre and divided it in half, we have one half, which is like the seed beads and the needles and the threads. And then
Yeah.
Erin over at World of Beads has everything else. She has like gemstones, crystals, wire wrapping supplies, like the stringing. I think she's getting into like silver soldering and stuff like that.
She has. I've taken a bunch of her classes there.
She's
recently.
really sweet. I like her a lot. We send each other people all the time. She has people show up and they're like, I'm looking for seed beads. And she's like, here's the website. You can pick up down the street. And we'll have people show up at our office. And we're like, hey, we're not in person. And also, we don't even sell gemstones. And they're like, oh no. And I'm like, but I know who does. And she's down the street.
Oh, it's handy.
Yeah, it's really nice. And to like, keep it local, keep it small. Like you can still get what you need without having to go to the big box stores. And,
Yeah.
we pass people back and forth.
That's awesome. I wish I was closer. I would definitely pop in.
Well, if you're ever randomly taking a vacation in Cincinnati, I know 2 people that would really like to see you at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I need to just find an excuse just to go on a road trip and visit. I think that
That'll
would
be a very long road trip. It's a lot of
I know.
a lot of prairie in between us.
A lot, yes. A lot of flat
corn.
Like, corn, yeah.
Corn. And there's corn waiting for you on our side still.
Oh my goodness, that is the coolest. Someday though, big dreams, right?
We just do a tour, just hop around. We can keep going east, go meet Leslie's, both of the Leslies.
Oh yeah, just keep going.
We'll just keep going. We'll just keep circling around.
Head back through the Southwest and stop at Jill's and just keep going.
I was gonna say, if you hit the South, you could, stop at Jill and Nile.
Yeah, just do a little,
My car by the end of that would be so full of beads. It would just be like my suspension.
I know. I was about to say, I have a Prius, so I get better mileage, but not enough room for beads. It's too small.
It's a trade-off.
We'd have to haul a trailer with my Prius.
Leslie said she would love to come. She would join us.
Oh, good. Yay!
Thank you for
Hi, Leslie.
Rings. Thank you. I'm clicking. Let's see. Yeah. So I think if I missed any comments, guys, so sorry. They're going a little fast, but I'm just scrolling, just making sure I don't miss anything. So we had this cool idea that rather than focus on just one design, we'd focus on a stitch and then show you cool examples of things you can do with that stitch. And then Sam has a new pattern that you just launched, and it's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So we
I think it went up yesterday and I've already bought it.
Did it go up yesterday?
Yeah, I was proofreading it, I think like really late, maybe Thursday night. And I was like, I think it's ready. I'm going to do it tomorrow during like good searching hours when people are actually checking social media. Like I'll do it tomorrow, maybe at lunchtime. And I walked away from my computer and I walked back 5 minutes later and was like, published. Like, I can't wait. So I think, it went up really late on Thursday. But it's been so long since I put one out. I just got really excited. I think I got all the typos.
Beautiful patterns. And so I'm excited that there's a new Sam Wescott pattern available.
Yeah.
I've been for a long time. And they're just very easy to follow. Actually, you were one of the folks that did the bead illustrating that encouraged me to try it because I had never done that before when I started out buying patterns, and I always appreciate them.
Yeah, they were, thank you, by the way. Yeah, I'm self-taught on the illustration. So if you ever go back and get like an older Wescott jewelry pattern, they're doable, but they are less pretty because I was still learning how to use, I primarily use Inkscape, which is another open software, free illustrative tool. And I'm getting better at it. So every pattern gets like a little bit more recognizable. I think the first time I tried to like draw a super duo, it was not good. It was not good, but we've gotten better over time. But yeah, I used to churn out patterns really frequently because I was teaching in person. Like there was a while there where I was teaching twice a month. I would go out to Kathy's at Beaded Bliss in Harrison, and then up to Carol Oll's shop. Carol Oll of Bead Stash. She had a physical location on the same street as my in-laws' house.
Oh my gosh, that is the coolest.
So it was so cool. We'd go up to visit like my family and I'd be like, hello, goodbye, I'll be back. And I'd like run over to Carol's. But I would be teaching like 2 weekends out of the month. So I try to come up with a new pattern like every month, which somehow I was able to do in like 2014, 15.
That's cool.
And then when the in-person shop started closing, I realized I do not do well without deadlines. So if I don't have a class scheduled, it would take me months to write these patterns, because there's no one like
There's no one.
waiting on them. Yeah, yeah. I was constantly finishing them like the night before class because that's the kind of student I've always been. But they would get done, and then I could put them online, and it'd be fine. But without the class schedule, it's been tricky. And then I moved last summer, so.
Oh, I'm moving. Yeah. Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Philip. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Moving is a complete, like, just all stop for like getting stuff done, I feel like. And it can really like take a long time to come back from moving and get back to your routine and get stuff done. And then I too need a deadline. I need something like either something is shipping or someone's expecting me to teach it, or I might never do it.
Yeah, it's so hard because I'll sit down and be like, oh, I'm going to work on the pattern tonight. And then I'll like just make a materials list and then be like, I am going to go do something else now.
Yeah.
And then it's just that for months.
But Sam, and like, I'm jealous of both of you because you have like the nice, like super cool pegboard walls. Like it looks like you're in like your own personal bead shop. And I have a lot of that.
I definitely took inspiration from working in a bead store.
And I'm like, do you go and help other people?
So nice.
I do have tips for finding slat wall or pegboard. You just got to scour Facebook Marketplace because somewhere near you, a retail shop will be going out of business eventually, and they will sell pegboards and slat walls for like pretty cheap, especially if you can pick them up yourself. I got lucky enough to find mine on eBay. Some nice man who like lived nearby and had like a warehouse full of stuff he was trying to sell off. And I guess he didn't realize how heavy they were because he was offering to ship them for like, as someone who works in shipping, I'm like, that's not, it's definitely going to cost more than that, but let's try, let's see, I'll, add to cart, let's go. He drove them to my house.
Oh, wow.
He was just in town and he was like, it was going to cost a lot for shipping. So I just marked them as shipped and drove them to your porch. And I was like, okay, like white glove delivery for free. Absolutely.
Yeah,
so I've got the one back here, and then there's two behind the camera that have all my seed beads on them, which was like my dream for this space. And is part of why it took me so long to get my craft room together, because hanging things on plaster is hard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did with these pegboards. I had a similar experience. There's no studs in the right places. So it was an adventure getting those up. And now I kind of want to change it again. So I don't know. We'll see where I go from here. Because I wish it was slats, because that's a little better than the little hooks and the little pegboard.
I do really like the slats. And I did have the benefit of working in a bead shop for so long to have like very strong display preferences already.
Yeah. This is what nice. They have at Depot, but like,
yeah, it is nice. It's nice to be able to like rearrange and slide and get like thinner hooks and have a little bit of options.
It's got to be great.
I'm very excited
to see your like, colors and however you've got them displayed. And rather than for me, I'm digging through little drawers or bins and trying to locate things. And I have a lot of those little
drawers and bins.
It's easy to
piles.
Just piles.
I do definitely still have bins, drawers, and piles. Let me promise you. The slat wall just has my tubed seed beads. Everything else is
things in the
regrettably stored.
But it looks so nice behind you. It's just a really like very cool look. I just see all the like the strands, and then you've got some of your finished jewelry. It's really
so this is my Allison Stacie of Spitfire July on Instagram did a tutorial for how to just buy some cork board and stick it up on the wall. And then this is my personal collection. So there's a lot of polymer clay earrings in there, so when I'm getting dressed and looking for earrings, I just walk over there and pop them right out of the cork. And then this slat wall here, these are all of my like chains, and I have ribbons, and all of my like spools of thread are down here. Because I thought I was going to need 3 panels of slat wall for all my beads, and then I only ended up needing 2, which are behind you, which if you guys want to go on an adventure with me.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool.
So those are all my tubed seed beads.
I know she shared that. Like, it looks like a bead store.
It does.
That's what I was going for. Home away from home is a bead store for me, a person who's been working in one for 15 years. There you go.
It's so cool.
Maybe
Yeah,
I just have bead store nostalgia, and so I want to recreate it in my house.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Well,
true. Yeah.
absolutely. When we were a brick and mortar store at Beads Direct USA, my favorite job, like, because, doing retail is, even when it's beads and even when it's with beaders, it is still retail. There's a lot of, oh no, I have to make change in my head, cash registers being weird, multiple people need me at once. But the most like satisfying and peaceful part of the job was when I needed to rearrange the seed bead wall. It was my favorite. So we'd sort them by size and brand, which is what I do here, and then by color. And I just sit there and, oh, let's do the white on top this time, or let's start with, red and do full Roy G. Biv. And it was so much fun. And I'm like, what if I could do that in my house, in my pajamas, with no customers around, whenever I want, and a beer in my hand? And it is exactly as much fun as I thought it was going to be.
I probably like that because I like sorting out bead mixes. I find that therapeutic, so I'd probably really go for that too.
Absolutely. It's very fun. And then like you go on a little shopping spree and you have to get all your new pegs and then scoot everything around and try to make new space. And it's really fun for weirdos like us.
I love it. I would definitely enjoy having like a little bead library. Just
Mhm.
so
I know.
and I like that it's got the different sizes and then having the colors in an inspiring way. I might bring that back and try to do another kind of like setup like that here. And just
Yeah, it was
so many hooks.
yes. The amount of times I had to go back and order more hooks because I thought I counted. I should have enough. Like all my beads are here and I have this many, and then I'd run out again. Like
Yeah.
they're actually my extras. I have 7 extra hooks at the moment, so it might be time to order hooks again soon.
For sure. Oh my goodness. That is so neat.
I have found it pretty inspiring though. I found myself working in rainbow order very frequently lately because
you have
that's
it
how
right
I'm
there.
Because it's right
yeah,
there.
it's what I'm looking at. Like I am looking at a rainbow of beads and I'm like, what if I just did that?
Arrange
Yeah,
them
there
on a
was
map.
a rainbow colorway on your pattern that I saw, so I guess that's where that came from. And an ombre one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was all locked up in early June with COVID and ended up just doing like one rainbow project for like 12 hours in a row one day. You're zoned out on like just enough NyQuil and you're just like doing it. And it's almost exactly the rainbow order. If you go down the slat wall, that was the order I was picking beads up and putting them back. So it's right there. It's right there in rainbow order.
That's so inspiring. And your pattern is so inspiring. Like I've always loved every pattern you create. And so this one, it's when I first looked at it, it kind of looked a little bit almost like either like the St. Petersburg stitch kind of has that like did you feel like I thought it was like that? And then I took a closer look and I'm like, hang on, that's really cool. That's so clever the way that was done. So I was wondering, I should bring it up so folks can see it.
Sure. I have the
Danielle.
samples nearby.
Did you have the same thought, Stacie? That it looked like
I did, yeah.
Yeah, and you have a St. Petersburg pattern.
I do.
That's
I
so
do,
cool.
and I did a rainbow in that one too. I'm nothing if not predictable. But yeah, thank you. I felt a little odd about doing that one because I'm like, this is just St. Petersburg. But I was like, you know what? If people like the way that I write patterns, and I write on the pattern like, hey, this is just St. Petersburg. So like, if you know St. Petersburg, you don't need this pattern. But it's kind of a like it's not a complicated stitch, but it's a little confusing the first time you look at it. So I was like, you know what? Let's just write a pattern for it, and if folks need it, they'll grab it, and if they don't, no worries. And folks liked that one, but this one is actually right angle weave.
And it's just so intricate and unique looking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And there's the rainbow on the bottom.
There's the rainbow on the bottom. Yep.
And so
there it is.
It's so cool. And thank you so much for creating the document. Guys, Sam was so generous. She put a document in, it's in the description as a link that will link you to all the colors that she used for each of her samples. So wherever possible, she found a link for you for where she got the beads. And
I got.
in case oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm so sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no, I was going to just say that beadsdirectusa.net. And I'll drop that link again really quick. Colleen's been dropping it for us in the chat. And this is where a lot of the beads are from. And that's where you're working currently. And so
Yeah.
you might get beads actually packed by Sam.
It's true, actually, especially if you order this weekend, because I am working alone on Labor Day. So you will get if the happy beading written on your invoice is almost illegible with very bad handwriting, it was me. Yeah, so I work for Beads Direct USA. That's like my day job. So like Wescott Jewelry is not like affiliated or sponsored by Beads Direct, but Sam the human goes to Beads Direct to work during the day, you know? So that's where I get most of my seed beads because I'm already there and I can see them in person, and it's a big perk. A lot of the check beads, though, we do have some fire polish, but our 2, 3, and 4 millimeter section at Beads Direct is much bigger. Our 6 millimeter is still a baby section. So most of the 6 millimeter fire polish that I got for these samples is from Jamie Hicks over at Great Beads. That's GR8, the number beads, which is where the links will take you. She really specializes in those check beads and has some really gorgeous colors. So I get a lot of my stuff from her as well. We seem to like the same colors, so I like everything she stocks. It is, it's entrapment is what it is, actually. I should just send her my paycheck. I just split it in half between her and my own boss.
I need to stay off of her page. She has a lot of, I have like a weakness for check glass flowers.
And she photographs them so beautifully.
She has a pretty extravagant collection. Oh. And I just like put them all in my cart, and then I'm like, I need to leave this for a while.
Mm-hmm. And then she emails you and it's like, would you like a coupon code? And I'm like, Jamie, you got me again. Like, I have bills to pay. How dare you? She's the best. But yeah, this one it's right angle weave. And because I have that weakness for Jamie's fire polish, and I love a 6 millimeter fire polish, and I never know what to do with them. They're big enough that you can really see like the Picasso finish or, you know, the modeling or the different colors. Like you really can see the full effect of like whatever the glass finish is. But then they're so big, I never know what to do with them. So my last few patterns have kind of revolved around, I have too many 6 millimeter fire polish. What can I put them in? And so I just made things to put them in.
I love this. This is the coolest. I'm going to definitely try this one. It is so neat.
It's pretty straightforward. It's not like, there's no like, if you've done right angle weave before, I think it'll be really intuitive. But I wanted to make sure I wrote a really detailed pattern in case folks hadn't done it before, or maybe someone's only done the 2 needle method, which I am not ambidextrous. I can't do 2 needle methods, so I never write patterns for them. So this is a single needle method. And I wanted to include all the different class bendings that I did. So there are 3 different pages of information on how to add clasps, because I'm also a huge fan of those Cymbal findings.
I love those.
That Leslie's always designing with and helped develop. Like,
yeah,
they're so good. They're so good.
That was so cool.
Yeah, that's the Citanos 2, I believe. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I have a mighty hoard of those clasps because I just think they're the prettiest things.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, okay, I need that too.
I see it here. That one, I actually have a few in my shop currently. Oh, I think I do. Yeah, I might have some. So if I do, they're going to be in my finding section. I don't think they're sold out. We used them for an earring. We flipped them upside down and did a fringe earring like a while ago.
I might have to do a Jennifer Miller if you see me like scrolling here while we're on here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure they don't all disappear.
I know, right? I'm like that.
I'm assuming Leslie probably has some too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the Cymbals are about. They're so good. They're so good. I love them so much. I think one of the other clasp options, I think 2 out of the 3 clasp options that I wrote up are like, anyway, so use this symbol because I like it and it's pretty. I
Yeah,
do, Leslie. I'm obsessed with them. It's,
I think
I
like
got,
so
I,
many there. Well, there's as seed beaters, we all just have this love for the symbols.
mhm, mhm,
It gives it such like a finished and polished look to it.
mhm.
Like you can use other stuff, but it just doesn't have the same like professional look to it.
True.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
over time I've become a little allergic to the like kind of classic like wire guardian and jump ring combo. And then they come out with these and I'm like, oh ho, this is my whole new personality for a while.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. That's how I can't do the kind of closures I used to do before I
Mhm.
brought the symbols on is hard for me to look at now. I'm like, I want to go back and do all of those because they just don't look like a professional finished them. And I want them to look like they do now with the new, just stitch that right on there. It's perfect, like finish. And I'm so spoiled now.
I'm
Really
so
bad.
spoiled. Mhm. And I think they offered just the right amount of inspiration because I was getting a little burnt out on shaped beads for a while there. Um, there was a while where they were just coming up like crazy, new shapes every day. And as a designer, like you kind of feel some pressure to like stay on top of the new shapes because someone out there is going to be Googling like weird bead pattern question mark like who made what do you do with this and you want to be the person that pops up in the search result. um, but it became more of like a logic puzzle than a design process, and like the things I was making ended up like looking weird just because I was trying to like shoehorn in these different shapes. So I kind of swore off of them for a little while and was like, I'm going to go back to basics, I'm going to do mostly seed beads. And then the symbols came out and I'm like, okay, these solve a problem though. These
Yeah.
aren't like a shape challenge, these are like, hey, you already know what you're working on, let's give you an easier way to finish it off. And I was like, yes please give me one of everything, load me up, like let's go. And that's just
Exactly.
where I've been at.
The other
That is
place
so cool.
that I got really excited about using them was actually in loom patterns. So I was kind of
Mm-hmm.
into loom patterns for a while, and I do still owe Leslie a loom pattern. So speaking of people who have trouble with how to deadline, I've gone down a rabbit hole with a number of things lately. But I found them to be super helpful in loom design, so you didn't have to like do weird things at the end to try and put your clasp on.
Yeah, exactly. You can stitch it right there into the loom.
Yeah.
That's so
I think
cool.
that may have been some of my thing, Danielle, with why I had an irrational fear of loom designs for a long time.
Finishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Finishing is the deterrent for looming, I think, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I know it is for me. Like I even have a Rick speeding loom, so I don't have as many like extra threads to get rid of. But I'm
Yeah,
always still just like, I'm gonna mess it up though. There, something's gonna look wonky. Something's gonna get pinched. I did not think about putting symbol elements in there, so I will be followed. Can you make extra room in that rabbit hole for me to be following you down? Because I have a feeling that's going to be my next obsession.
we need a bead store down there in the rabbit hole, so we get everything we
Yeah,
Yes.
need
I'm grabbing one that
right
I
next to us.
did with
Show
it, and I'll put
me.
it on my mat and I can show you.
Oh yeah, let
Hold
me
on.
bring your mat up really quick. We can take a look.
Well, so let me move this. Let's start because I'll show
Oh,
Sam what I did.
pretty.
So this one,
Oh, I remember that one.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so smart.
So
Look at
Sam
that.
or Danielle probably knows the names of them. I like never know. I have
Yeah,
to.
that's an Alana too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really like that one, and I've used the one that's like the little single one too.
Mm-hmm.
But
The Pylos, probably.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
that
right.
really helps. Like if you're doing like any kind of like loom pieces or anything, then you don't have like all these extra pieces going on. I don't think this
Mm-hmm.
was a loom one. I don't know where my loom pieces are. Oh wait,
Yeah.
here's another one. This what helps when you don't put stuff away. Yeah, this is definitely a loom one.
Oh, cute.
With a
Yeah,
little
it just
drop.
fits right in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it just fits right in. It made it a lot easier too.
That's so sleek looking. I
Yeah.
love that.
Thank you, Lori. So I can show you the actual stuff related to right angle weave now that I'm non-squirrel distracted. I'm like, oh, clear pieces. The cymbals. So I have a sampling. So I ripped through my personal collection of beads. And Danielle, you'll recognize the one here.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a variation on the right angle weave, which is the sapphire lace crochet style pattern that you had.
Oh, that was a fun one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I turned it into a necklace and one unit as earrings.
Yeah, that's super creative.
And then this is a piece that I have had for a very, very long time. And it's probably one of my favorites. I don't know if you can tell, but like these are like laser etched too. It's kind of subtle. But this is also a, to Sam's point, a crazy shaped bead pattern.
Mm-hmm. That is cute.
And it's a right angle weave. This is a pinwheel Arcos from Susan Sassoon. I don't even know how I found this pattern, but I saw it and I had to have it. I've done a number of them.
Yeah, her designs are amazing.
And then Sam, you'll recognize this one. I think this is what I learned to do right angle weave on.
Yeah, that was another case of me being like, oh, I have too many 6mm beads. What can I do with them? And yeah, that's it's not like a super oldie, but that's a mid Sam design.
Yeah.
I think that was probably like.
So this is one of Sam's other patterns, and I kind of like it. It's kind of like a statement piece.
It's cute.
I want a little rainbowy here, Sam.
I love it. No, I love the colors. They're so cute.
Yeah.
I saw a question pop up from Terry. Actually, Terry, a symbol finding for super duos is great. There's several. There's a bunch, and I know that the names of a couple of them. One is the Ateni. I think the right place to find those, like to see how they're used, is to go to Leslie's website, twistedsistabeads.com. She's got a bunch of patterns too, and so each of those, it's a really cool just kind of way to end super duo multiple ways too. And there's also bead substitutes, I believe, as well.
So if the shop that you're ordering from is using the Beadsmith codes as well, just a little like tip, those codes will start with CYM for Cymbal and then a dash, and that next section will tell you what bead they're for. So if you're searching in a shop that has like a really good search feature and they're using the Beadsmith codes, you can put in CYM-SD for Super Duo, and just the symbols for Super Duos will come up. So because they have the SDs, they have the GDs for Gem Duos. A lot of the ones that I use are M80 because they're spaced for size 8 specifically, which I just find gives me a lot of room to do whatever I'm looking for. And then they'll have like a 6-digit number, and the last code will tell you what color it is. But those first two, the CYM for Cymbal and then dash, you can put in, you can kind of optimize your search a little bit when you're looking, just to filter out so you'll see if they're, I don't know if their codes are visible on the main thing, but yeah, so all those ones at top there would be CYM-TL for Tyla.
But for Super Duo, I would put SD. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's get that going.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's thinking. I've got the wheel.
It's thinking.
There we go.
Yeah, we are a 3-person operation, and we're all beaders, and none of us are IT people. But that's the idea, because we use Beadsmith's codes specifically for this function because it just helps keep things organized.
Oh, there's a nice one, the Rosos. That's a great way. And here's a single stitchable. I'm really bad at the names. Vorkoti?
Yeah. Leslie, are they Greek? Where do these come from? They seem vaguely Mediterranean to me. But I know I've used the Ramada before, which I really like. The Kalimpos I really like.
I love the way, so I feel like the Kalimpos is great if you've done a herringbone or a fishtail, which you have a pattern, Sam, for a fishtail necklace that I adore, and there's a rainbow inspiration.
Oh,
And so
Leslie has confirmed Greek. Okay.
But using like these others, these are more configured for like a peyote, right? So like the Vacote, the Rosos, more of a peyote finish. So no matter what kind of stitch you're doing with your Super Duo, I have a feeling there is a finding that can work for that end.
Yeah, somewhere. And there's some of them that just work really well for everything. Like I think it's the Ramada that does really well. The Pylos is just basically a decorative size 8 with a loop on it. So you can kind of jam those in anywhere, which I really appreciate as a must fit finding in here somewhere kind of designer.
Yeah, Danielle had sent me a few a while ago, and I'm like, what are these? And you told me they were like to finish, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I started sticking them and everything, remember?
Yeah, they're definitely
like, those are supposed to be for 8s. They were like showing up at everything, Sam.
Yeah.
They work. Just like they work so well. So I feel like, right? If it works, stitch it in. It looks nice, right? And then there's this Ateni. You guys have the Ateni still. So I've been on the hunt for some of those. I'm going to be doing a new lentil bracelet. So I'm going to be using that in the kits. So I'm on the hunt for those. They're very cute. And they're
very cute.
They're so perfect for ending like any kind of peyote configuration, and not just with Super Duo. So many great things.
Yeah, I do take the dedicated, like these are for Super Duos, these are for 8s. I take that as a suggestion. Like I think actually some of the ones that I used for this pattern are supposedly for Super Duos, and I'm using them for 6mm fire polish. So like you can still make it fit. Like
it's sometimes
if it fits, you're good.
Yeah. And I love that Jenny's working with my lentil kit that I just released one that sold out. I'm bringing it back though. It's coming back.
Oh, cool.
It's just peyote. Like it's literally just peyote stitch. Odd count, like just with a turn.
Still. Sometimes the simplest methods show off the beads the best.
Leslie's best way to use them. Best way to use them, however great they fit into what you're working with.
Yeah. They don't tell me where they're going. I tell them where they're going. They offer a suggestion for what they were designed for, and I'm like, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. So I'm always just like, I keep a little stash of them. And when I'm finishing something, I will try and see which one kind of fits. And if it works out, then winner, right? So that's what I go with. Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm obsessed with the antique bronze finish. Like that's my favorite all the time. So I just have like piles of them sitting around. There's some loose Satanos sitting on my bead board right next to me, next to my scissors. They're always within reach.
Those are so nice. I mean, I know those are the ones that are for a Tila, right? Is that right?
I think they're in the M8 section, I think. I think you can fit 9. Yes, that's the little like arch one.
I'm mixing that up with the other one, the Sorrow. That's the one for.
Yes. Yeah. And what I love with the ones for Tyla is they have the Soros line, which I believe has room for 1 hole. So when you stitch them in, it offsets your Tylas so that you can do peyote stitch. But then they also have, I think the Piperi, I might be getting those flipped, but the Piperi have 2 holes. So it lends itself to either like loom work or like square stitch because it leaves the holes lined up instead of offset. I love having the option.
It would fill up more than 1 row, which would make that end of the loom work stronger. So that's actually like and you could square stitch it to the end. If you had already taken off the loom, it's another great way to do it.
Yeah.
And I see just a quick question I was going to answer. So this is coming up. Actually, so next weekend, I'm going to have Becky and Jenny on, and I will show you guys all the projects that day. And it will have shipped by then. So, but I have 2 I can sneak preview here at the end. I have 2, one on my mat and one on my wrist. So
we love a sneak preview.
Yeah.
I've been very like busy putting beads in bags. You know the feeling of like filling tubes, and sometimes I just get
a whole day job.
That's okay. How do you stay on task? Because I get very glazed over and start to just kind of like zone out and forget how many I've done, and like it's like.
Do you want my sales pitch on audiobooks? Because I can go for like a while.
So you can focus though, like if you're listening to like a
Oh yeah.
really?
Oh yeah.
That's a
But
skill.
I'm also usually weighing things as opposed to counting them. But as long as the number's like under 20, I can count and listen to an audiobook at the same time. That's down to practice. But yeah, if you have not met our Lord and Savior, the Libby app, you can use your library card to get free audiobooks. And it's all I do at work all day. I was worried about my earbuds having any charge in them because I was listening to a book at work this morning, completely forgetting to preserve my battery power for this.
Oh my gosh, I'm the same. So my AirPods, I'm just like, I'm so hopeful that those don't cause any kind of like brainwave issues because I have them in all the time. Like
Oh,
all the
I'm
time.
toast. If earbuds are a problem, like just put me in the ground now. I'm not stopping. I need my books.
I'm kind of like I could be perceived as a health nut by some people, but like with the AirPods, I'm willing to just not know if they're bad for me, and I
Yeah.
don't want to. I just can't. Like there's.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If it's gonna give me ear cancer, I will have ear cancer and my books.
Luckily, all of the like people I've asked so far have told me that it's silly. That no, they don't.
Yeah.
They're fine. They're not going to hurt you. And I'm like, good.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm worried about the next time I have to see like an ear, nose, and throat person because I
Right.
usually only have my right earbud in because I have a coworker, right? And I need to be like responsive if Jasmine needs me. So, and she's also an audiobook listener. So we both usually have one earbud in, but
One
we can
in, so you
pause
can
it
switch
and
when
talk.
they need to
Exactly.
recharge.
Or like my delivery guys come in all day. So like I'm at work still. I still need to be like cognizant of what's going on around me. So if I went to an ear person and they looked at the two of my ears, I am certain that this one probably has like quadruple the amount of earwax. Like, not to be gross, but I have this earbud in all the time. And with my earbuds, I can only do the right one because that's the one that has the Bluetooth in it, so I can't swap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has gotten to the point where if I'm really trying to focus on something, I have caught myself reaching up to pause my book in my earbud, even if I am not listening to something.
Wow.
Like I was cooking the other day. I did not have an earbud in. We were playing music. We had the record player going. Like we're listening to music. I do not have a book in, and I'm trying to read this recipe, and it's not like computing. And I like tried to pause my ear so I could focus. Was not listening to anything, but it's become a tick. It's so bad.
We're not alone. It looks like other folks are just like us. So I'm seeing a
Oh, good.
comment. Yeah, I've got my headphones in and they have not left my ear. I have days like that because
Hmm.
there's a lot of like screaming in my house a lot, and it's the volume of people nowadays, like the kids nowadays, they have this TikTok volume. You know what I mean? It's
Uh-huh.
like
Hmm.
they're not going to have a conversation unless it sounds like they're shouting at you. And so even when they're not fighting, they're just like literally screaming to talk to each other. And so I have this kind of like noise canceling thing. And often I'm listening to either music or wave sounds or bird sounds or just chill sounds. Or I was trying these like, I can't focus on books on tape. And it's like, okay, I call them books on tape. Why do I call it that? Yeah, old school, but I can't focus. I don't know what I heard. Like I can't
Mm.
remember listening to it. And then I'll have to.
I do have tips for that. Like I said, I have a whole pedestal speech that you got to keep me from going on. But I do have tips if you want to train your brain to listen to audiobooks. So
Yeah.
my number one yes, my number one tip is don't try to do it while you're working, but try to do it during something that is like hands only. So like
Okay.
save it for when you're like loading the dishwasher
Uh,
or doing laundry or taking a walk. Do easy mode first where you're only using your hands, and then listen to something that you have read before. Either like I loved that book in book club 10 years ago. I've been wanting to reread it, but who has the time? Or I
oh, okay.
loved this book series when I was a teenager. I would love to reread it. That way, if you miss something, you don't have to go back. You kind of know what happens, you know the shape of the story. And it's the kind of stopping and pausing and going back that I find like really jars me a little bit. So if you just let yourself float in and out, you can train yourself over time to become more attentive to it. At least that's my experience.
Yeah.
But those are
I
my
just
tips.
I also have a backlog of books that I want to read, and sometimes I buy the hard copy. They'll send it to
Mhm.
me, and I get a free Kindle with it. Just you can download it for free once you've purchased. So, and I have the Kindle app on my phone, and I've got the AirPods in anyway, so I could educate myself and just switch over. And I've read so many. Yeah, so I'll try.
I do swear that like my kids both came without a volume control button, because I think there's literally only one volume. Like I'll come home sometimes and I'll say to my husband, I'm like, "What'd you break the volume on that?"
I've noticed this. I don't know. Close to the stuff they watch. So I paid attention now to some of the content they consume, and literally they're all just shouting, and it's like they're super charged, like a thing happening there, and I can't like seem to even hear or understand what they're saying. But my boys pick it up like that. They know exactly what's going there. But
I think it's also a boy thing.
You think so? Yeah, it could be.
Which is also my point of reference.
There's a certain timbre for when it's a fight, and then there's a certain timbre for when it's just them just talking, but it's subtle. And I try to pick it up before, because I feel like as the parent I should at least get involved if they're going to get very angry with each other. So I listen for that, but sometimes I miss it because it's a subtle transition. And I remember
one time, well, if you're always yelling, how am I supposed to know?
Like I sometimes tune it out. And I remember one time I was like in the kitchen, kind of not too far away, and they're just I don't know what the words were that were said before this, but I heard the next thing I heard was my youngest say to my oldest, "That's it, we're gonna fight now." That's the cue I need, because now I know to go. And I want to literally stand up on the sofa and just throw his body on top of his brother.
How old are your boys, Danielle?
9 and 12.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're just like going at it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, my other son, he's the older one. He's just like, okay, block. I don't even know. Oh, Carolyn says her daughter isn't quiet either. Yeah, it's just this gen, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks,
Who knows?
You ruined my theory.
Well, I only have like one example of. So we have one girl cousin, and she's actually super quiet. So that kind of like supports your theory there. So I was going with that. I'm like, yeah, actually that. And she talks a lot, but her volume is lower. And but all the boys, when we put the three of them together, and there's like you can't get a word in because it's the din. It's like it's such a high decibel level at that point. So
no theories.
I've made any errors. That's why, guys. You never know when I was putting your bead in the bag. If I was over my shoulder going, "Hey, get off him!" So like objects are confused with emotion. That's like you never know.
Yeah, quiet on set.
Yeah. So school starts Tuesday for me for them. So I'm gonna have like 4 hours a day where it will be like very emotionally regulated in my surroundings.
Like, so 9 and 12, that's what, like 4th grade and middle school-ish?
Yeah, and I realized I misspoke because he just turned 10, so 10 and 12. But he's starting 5th grade this year.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's like I just forget. Birthdays, they come and go. Like whatever.
I got nothing. I don't have kids, but I do have a younger cousin. I have some younger cousins. One of whom just left for college. And I'm like, that's illegal. You're the child. You can't be a grown up because that means I'm old. Like, but so she left for college, and her younger brother, who has been like one of the younger human beings that I know, is now in high school. And I'm like, excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Right. Continuing to age.
Yeah.
Crazy. No, the sound level that I end up battling in my house is not child related, but my spouse is a musician. So there are a drummer specifically. So there are random practice pads will just start up, and we're doing some renovations in our basement, which is usually where all the instruments live. But right now they live in the study, which is on the other side of my bead wall. So sometimes an amplifier will just turn on in there.
Oh boy.
Which is which is fine. Like, I don't mind. I was hanging out here earlier and suddenly it was being serenaded with Queen, which cool, but it is startling sometimes.
Yeah, you just need a little heads up or warning when it's going to start. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I've gotten
cool.
very attuned to the click that the amp makes when it turns on.
Oh yeah,
It's
you
kind of like, batten the hatches, it's coming.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun time. We have fun.
Yeah, I was thinking actually that sounds kind of cool. I wish
Yeah.
that like instruments I think could be cool. Like just if there's music being played, I could get into that.
Mhm.
Just like
Yeah,
the
I really can't complain. And my spouse is in a band that I'm like a huge fan of. So it's like,
oh
oh
yeah.
no, you have to practice? You mean I get a free concert? Cool. I'll just hang out nearby.
That is so cool. What's his band called?
Motherfolk,
Yeah.
FOLK at the end. Yeah, they just put out a new album. They're about to leave on tour actually. So the house will be very quiet for a bit because he's about to leave on a big tour. They're heading out your way. They'll be in Seattle for Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Seattle
Yeah.
is a cool place to be for Halloween. Back when I
I think
used to
he's gonna have a great time. I'm kind of jealous.
that is so neat. Yeah, we
Yeah,
do
they're all trying
Halloween
to
here.
yeah. Yeah, they're all trying to figure out like a band costume that's portable enough that they can fit it with all the instruments and stuff. It's going to be really
That
cool.
is
But yeah, they
cool.
just put an album out called Eternal Joy, which, I'll get embarrassed if you talk about my patterns, but I'll shill from other folk all the time. Like they're legitimately a great band. They're so good.
That's cool. I'm gonna look them up.
Yeah, I'm extremely lucky. Like if he was in a band that I wasn't a huge fan of, I think it would be a lot more
Gonna do like
exhausting. But
that
yeah,
is cool.
they're
Like
great.
going on tour. That sounds like just so awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. When I don't travel myself, but whenever they do local shows, I sell merch and just generally kind of hang out, and it's a really great time.
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Oh,
if any of you guys are Cincinnati people, he'll be back for their annual Christmas show at Bogart's on
Oh,
December
cool.
13th. Come hang out with me.
oh wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's another reason to
It's a
wish
good
I
time.
could head out that way.
Yeah,
Well,
we should plan our road trip for Christmas time, a time when everyone is free and no one has other plans.
Oh,
yeah.
you heard
I
it.
hope you
Angie's
enjoy,
band have a new
Angie.
follower.
Yeah,
Cool.
pull up Eternal Joy for Everyone. It's my favorite song right now, and it's a good starting point.
Aw,
But yeah,
they have nice names.
they
You know,
do. They do. They have kind occasionally quite sad lyrics with very chipper music and titles, which I
that's
think is a fun time.
an interesting sound though. That could be really cool.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really cool. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Nobody believes me
Oh, I
because
believe
I'm married to the drummer, but
you.
I'm
Well, a little biased, but still.
a little biased. But
That is the
I think they're
neatest.
good.
Oh my gosh. It's like you have
Yeah,
such an
they're fun.
artsy family. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
We do. We do. We have a very much we're gonna follow our passion, do our things, have our day jobs, and then do our stuff on the weekends. I left out because my day job is basically the thing I do for fun anyway.
That's perfect.
But
Yeah.
That is cool.
yeah, it worked out really well. Worked out really well.
Yeah, I love that. That is really cool.
So Sam, can we see some of your finished pieces up
Yeah,
close?
we've so much for
Yes,
chatting.
that's right.
I
This is right
would.
angle weave, not talk about Sam's spouse time.
Honestly,
No,
I
I just want to
like
see
the
them
just
up
chat
close.
format too. I'm enjoying the
Me
chats.
too. So
We
this
can
is the
chat
pattern
in
that I
between
just
them.
put out with a slightly different bead because I realized people would probably ask me if it can be done with rounds instead of fire polish. And the answer is probably, but I'm gonna double check in case there's any adjustments that need to be done. So that's what is happening on my bead mat. But I do have finished samples as well. These are the ones for the pattern that I just put out. This is the rainbow one that we were talking about.
Oh, that is so cool.
It was a really good time. They each little chevron has cream in it as every other bead to kind of keep things tied together. But then as you move down, the alternate bead changes colors, so you get kind of a little rainbow effect.
Oh wow.
I
That's
was
so cool.
really obsessed with. I love my rainbows. Um, And then this one also has a gradient in the chevron, but I think it's harder to see. I wonder if I turn this light on, if it's going to be super obnoxious. Let's find out. Whoop, yep, pretty obnoxious. But the outside
No, I
of
can
each
see
little
it
chevron
now.
is yeah, so I start on the edge with Miyuki's 5101, which is a pale gold, and then I move to their 1052, which is I think they're just plain galvanized gold. And then in the centers, I have their dark Duracoat gold, which is the 4203, to get just like a little bit of a gradient.
Do you
And
have
because
those numbers memorized?
yes, I work in bead
You're just
retail.
rattling
I
them
do
off
have
like
those
she
numbers
did.
memorized. Absolutely, I do. But I realized the little embellishment here is it's 9 beads long, and Mayuki put out their alabaster luster colors. Maybe that was probably over a year ago, maybe several. I don't know. It was a while ago. But there's 9 colors in that finish. So I think what I'm going to do is see about making the whole line of the chevron a rainbow. Because again, rainbow gradients, I am incorrigible. Like, I got to see if it'll work.
I love them.
So that's going to be the next trial. But that's the right angle weave that has been on my mind lately. I just realized that the pattern I did most recently before that was also right angle weave, but completely different effect. Because this is the same stitch, which I think is crazy.
Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, look how cool that looks. It almost looks like a
It's
chain, right? Like a purse strap even, you know?
a
Like
little
for
bit,
yeah.
but it's just your normal, regular right angle weave with size 11 seed beads to make this frame. And then I just put some rounds and crystals on top. And I made 3 of them. And then got a handy dandy slide clasp. Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. That is so neat.
I like that. I don't think I've done
Yeah.
that one.
It's pretty straightforward, but I get kind of in
I
my head
probably
about like,
bought it and then like haven't gotten to it.
well, I'm always happy to resend it if you need, but also like you could just do this one, Stace. It's just um, a 12 bead right angle weave. But I don't know. I get really in my head about how like this stitch and this stitch is the same stitch, and yet they look so different. Like I get very excited about the basic geometry of beads.
Well, it's
I
versatile.
think it's cool. It's a good
It's so
stitch. I like it.
It's so inspiring. I love it.
Oh, you are kind. Yes, that is what I am working on. My plan is, so this is 1/2 of the bracelet. So I'll do this length, and then I'll do a second one to get the same width. So you can see it's got 2 rows.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then when I do this embellishment here, these little seed bead angles, these have 9 beads in them. So I think what I'm going to do is literally just pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, and see if I can get a whole rainbow in each little chevron.
Oh, because you have that kind of whiter cream color.
Mm-hmm.
That would look like it would show up really well on there.
That's my hope, because they are translucent beads, so they're kind of milky and semi-transparent. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping they are just translucent enough to blend really well, but not so translucent that they look washed out.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
that's the hope. But we will find out.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's a fun one.
And guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell Colleen at the beginning. We were all having so much fun chatting. It just slipped my mind, but I started a giveaway just now, guys. I just put it up there. So if you would hashtag new pattern, and I'll see if I can drop a little quick banner, but hashtag new pattern, let's do a Beads Direct gift card so someone can get some of the beads we're showing today. And you have lots of palettes at Beads Direct. I've noticed that there's some really cool palettes of seed beads.
Yeah, we really like to bundle things as much as possible. Because like we ship really small stuff, right? Like a tube of beads weighs, well, I mean, in most cases, literally 8 grams, right? But we got to ship it to you. You got to get it. So we want to make it worth all of our whiles a little bit more. So we really like to put similar finish beads together, make little combos, or like get, everybody needs their black, their silver, their gold. So let's put them in a combo together so that we can offer a better price on it and the shipping is more worth it. We found it just really works with the online shopping angle. It really helps. We
Yeah.
started doing multi-packs, which so we have like your basic colors. You can get just one package that has your 15, your 11, your 8, your 6, and your Delica all together. So if you just need to like restock all your blacks, you can just do that in one place. So we really like doing those. Also, like I said, especially the owner and I, like we've both been beaters for all of our adult lives. So we really like putting colors together. So any excuse to play around and make little color palettes is one of the most fun parts of the job for sure.
That is so cool. Yeah, I really enjoy them. I have a bunch. I picked up the one in Delica's that I think was called Mushroom. Was it
Oh
a?
yeah, the mushroom patch.
It's
Yeah, we
sold
should
out.
be restocking that soon for fall. I think we were able to find like 5 of the colors. We're still looking for the 6th one. So that's always how it goes. One color is out of stock.
Right, exactly. That's always how it is with everything right now. Just
Hmm.
keeping stock is like super challenging, I feel like. It's just
It's really annoying. It's it's doable, but it's annoying.
it is. Oh my gosh, yeah. I just there's so many beautiful things that I want to add, and I can't always do that. So it's just nice to have friends I can send customers to
Hmm.
that, hey, they have this whole palette. Go get that palette. I'm going to use this one
Yeah,
today.
absolutely. I am always happy to like keep that motivation and energy and money like inside the like small independent beading community. Like if we can send people to another shop, if we don't have something, like if we don't have something, you're not going to just go without. You're going to, buy it from
Find
somewhere. I would so much rather direct your interest to like someone else who has a small shop, someone, because we're all in community with each other. We all buy from each other. We're all buying each other's patterns and taking inspiration from each other. So we are happy to always just direct people to where they need to find what they're looking for. And it takes the pressure off. Like no one store can carry everything.
Yeah.
right.
It's
Well
it
said.
is.
Yeah.
And even if they could not keep it in stock. So we're
Good.
always gonna have to shop around, and it's so nice to have like a little list of like, ooh, I can go see if Jamie has this, or if Danielle has this, or if Beads Direct has this, or once in a blue moon when I actually need a gemstone, I know where to go. I know I can go down to Erin and be like, Erin, hello, I'm visiting your corner of the beading concept. Help me out.
That is so neat. I love that you have that in your area, just nearby. Like, I love having a
Mhm.
bead store to go to. I've been meaning to
Yeah.
check out. If I know that I have one here. There's nothing really local to me, but I was gonna check out Blueberry Beads. That's in my area, kind of north. I'd have to go maybe north
Mhm.
about 30, 40 minutes or so from
Huh.
me. That's
Yeah.
worth
Never
it.
heard of that one.
You haven't heard of Blueberry? I met her
Mhm.
once at an event. I believe it was Tucson, and I just have been meaning to go up there. And they moved locations at one point, and
Mm.
so I have to now look up the new location and figure that out. But yeah, it's just
Yeah.
finding a local store that you can go to, and then having them just right there next to you, and then they're friends, and that
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
it's really nice, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that I do miss the most about being in person is having a class space. That's like the hole that I haven't like filled yet. I'm still trying to find because I've thought about teaching just like renting a room somewhere, but like then where do people get their supplies, Because I think
Yeah,
everyone's had a situation where someone shows up to class with the wrong supplies. And if you're in a bead store, you just go like, "Oh, actually, these are different. You actually need these. Go pick one out of the wall," which was always what would happen when I was teaching in a bead store. But now I'm like, what happens if someone shows up with the wrong beads? Do I just send them home? Like that would be tragic.
yeah. Oh my
Like,
god. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say a
but
World of Beads is teaching, but they don't really have
Mhm.
seed beads, so you'd have the
mhm,
same problem.
right.
You'd
Which
have to do
like
kits or something.
Yeah, which I don't do kits. I have a non-competition clause with my boss. Also, like my day job is
Uh,
packaging beads. I don't want to do that at home. Like it's just
right.
I know myself. I know my brain. I clock out and I'm not going to go home and do the same thing. Um
Oh, for sure, for sure.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it is a conundrum I haven't quite gotten over. I know Kathy, who owns Beaded Bliss, has offered like her patio,
Oh,
which is so sweet. I need to take her up on while the weather is still so nice before it starts getting cold.
I'll take a class
Oh,
on
yeah.
her patio.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to go? Let's just go bother Kathy. And she's like 5 minutes down the street from me. So then you can come over here and check out my bead wall, and I'll show you how to put up slat wall.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that, Danielle?
Well, I just had a request. Someone wanted to see a close up of my earrings. So, and I forgot I already had that on my mat. That's a sneak preview of the box. That's great. But here's the earrings. And these are my margarita fringe. And I keep putting them on because they're right next to me and they just seem to always go with whatever top I'm wearing. And this is a pattern that I have on my website. It's a very easy brick stitch and fringe. It's like construction wise and nothing really like different from a lot of different designs out there. But the thing that really makes it different is the use of the spacers. So those are triangle spacer that I thought looked like pink Himalayan salt. And then the drops, those are the smallest Miyuki drops. I think you said those were 2.8?
2.8, I think, yeah.
And then these are triangles, different colors of triangles.
I remember those. There was like a pair in the greenish yellow, wasn't there too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there's also
more the classic margarita color.
Classic margarita.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes me thirsty.
I know, I need a margarita now. Oh my goodness.
I know, that is so cute.
But so this one is guys, this box was the pre-order one, so I'm not going to have a lot like extras that I don't think. I'm packing right now and it's getting tight, and I'll be lucky if I don't have to order emergency like. But so this is one of the designs. My box has four like inspiration projects, but enough beads to do more than that. So this one is the earring design.
Well, that's pretty.
This is one of the bracelets that you'll be making.
Cute.
So they do kind of go together. And I went to Dakota Stones for the Peruvian rhodochrosite. And so you'll have a whole strand of the Peruvian rhodochrosite in your box. And these are all going to be non-design findings. There's going to be a necklace. I'll go ahead and spoiler alert the necklace. So if you don't want to see, close your eyes. But not made yet. I'm still coming up with the inspo, but I have a vision in my head. I just need to put it together. And this is going to be the clasp, and that's your little focal. And it'll involve it's going to involve something with the rhodochrosite happening.
Oh,
yeah, that's like beautiful.
That. Yeah. So that's the design. There's a few other things. There's some wave beads. I went and I wanted to do, my goal is to do something unusual every time. So the weird thing this time is wave beads. And weird isn't just unusual and like not everybody's heard of them or used them before. And they were new to me as well. So I made 3 patterns so far with the waves. I went a little crazy. So you get
they're similar to the storm duos, right? Like they're in the same kind of genre of shape.
You know what? I would need to look that up because I've never used a storm duo. So yeah.
Okay.
But I would like to try a storm duo. I'm all for trying new bead shapes right now.
Really, I go through phases where I'm like, absolutely not, never heard of her, could not possibly. And then other times I'm like, what's that over there? I'm very curious about that.
Like, do I try a new thing? But that's kind of like my dream right now is to do that. I want to try new stuff and see if I like it. And also I'm getting to that point where I'm kind of looking for new ideas. And so if I try a new bead, sometimes that new bead becomes a new idea. And
absolutely.
Even if it's just peyote stitching, it still looks really new if I did it with a new bead. So
yeah,
why not, right?
I get very predictable where like they'll come up with the first couple colors and they'll be like, here's a black, here's a Aztec gold, here's an aluminum silver. And I'm like, interesting, nice. And then they're like, and here's the chalk lazure blue. And I'm like, give me 12 right now. Like,
here's my wallet.
Here's my wallet. Like as soon as they come out with anything in that like 65431, 65401 like family, I'm like, yes, please. That was mine. Send it to me.
Right, exactly. I know. I can't resist a new bead, and especially if there's so many beautiful new colors that I haven't seen, I go a little crazy. So at least you know I'm doing what I love, right?
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, they've got anything slightly modeled or Picasso, and I'm like, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you
For
had
me,
me
it's
about.
like the backlit, those backlit ones.
Oh,
Like I want them all. I'm like, oh, I'll take like this one and that one and oh that one.
they're
There's a
so
little bit of
pretty.
those. Yeah. I love those
Yeah.
backlit beads. And
Oh,
there's a little bit of those in the box. So there's some my own custom mix of mini gemdo. And so there's
ooh,
a few
yeah.
backlets, a few like slipperette finish, and some solid
Mm.
opaques, and some transparent
Wow.
with amy. And so it's all sparkly, and it's like the waves are sparkling.
Oh,
Like,
oh, that's
yeah.
gonna be so cool. I can't wait to see that. Mm,
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for it, and it's probably the hardest I've worked on anything in a real long time. So, kind of
yeah.
burnt out. I was happy just to chat today because, like, I I didn't have like a demo in me for like
Mm,
the life of me. I would have had to dig really deep, you know.
yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't written a pattern in so long that when I was like kind of in the trenches with this one, I was just like, why do I do this? When, why did I choose this for my hobby? Like, whoa, what? Like, I'm
We
not a graphic illustrator.
Yeah, see, I'm not either. And so whenever I'm like in the trenches on something like that, I'm like, oh, this is too much. This will be the last one. This will be like, no,
It won't be, but
it won't
yep.
be.
And I have all these, I end up like painting myself into a corner when I'm designing. Because
Mhm.
like I could have just done this sample and that
Yeah,
tutorial could have been 4 pages shorter. Like, but then I was like, oh, but what if I did a version where I put rondelles on the edge?
oh,
Oh, but
that's
then rondelles don't always fit. So I have to put in like a ton of caveats about how to like cull the rondelles to find the right ones that'll fit. And then I'm like, but also I want to do this ending, like, because I love the Satanos symbols so much. I'm like, oh, well, not everybody has access to symbol clasps. So I have to have like a normal one. Then I'll go through and be like, oh, but this other symbol will fit, but requires a slightly different thread path. So let's write a third page
third
with a
page.
different clasp
You have 3
option.
different clasps. Yeah.
I have 3 different clasps. I have the variation with the rondelles.
I saw the rondelle thing and I was like, I don't think I'm going to try this because I'm the person that will get very frustrated.
Oh,
Well, because I did this blue one was my first sample. And the rondelles fit perfectly. Because when you're
yes.
doing right angle weave, you end up with a gap, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you end up with these little gaps in the side, which are fine. There's nothing wrong with a gap, especially because I was using wildfire for a lot of these. So the thread is colored. So I think I used green wildfire for this. So you can't, there's visible thread, but it's not, it blends in so well. But I was on Jamie's website. I was on Great Beads again, and I was like, ooh, look at these beautiful mottled green, and I think they're like blended aqua and ivory,
She's
whatever. I'm like, that would look nice. And so I bought them and I put them in and they fit. They fit perfectly.
that is
And
so
then
good.
I did my next sample with beads that were the exact same size and they did not fit. They like stuck out at weird angles. And like part of that is just check beads. They're little they're not seed beads, right? Like the idea of what is like acceptably regular, I think for a check bead is like a little bit of a wider
Yeah,
acceptability than like with a
Yeah.
seed bead.
Especially like the Japanese seed beads. They're like very,
We're
those.
spoiled.
Yeah,
Like I'm spoiled. I use
yeah.
Miyakis for everything. So I bought some and they didn't fit. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll have to take that out of the pattern. But I couldn't bring myself to frog the rondelles off of this sample because it fits so well.
yeah,
So I included it in the pattern as a variation with the caveat, like, if you're
right.
buying online, it might not fit. But I do point out like how to cull them. So with this one, the like slightly narrower and taller rondelles fit better. So I have a little illustration of like these ones will fit a little bit better than these ones. Um,
That's really
and yeah, and
thoughtful.
it,
Like that's a
yeah,
really
I
way to do the pattern that because that is a ton of extra work for you. But that's I think what makes your patterns really just level up good because you've taken all
Yeah.
that thought. You've thought of every person who might have a look at that pattern and what they might be thinking, what they might have on hand, and you've written it to work for everyone. And that's just like it's amazing.
A
Yeah.
lot of her patterns have like different ways of finishing it with like different clasps
Yeah.
and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
I do too.
thank you. That's very sweet. It is a little bit of extra work, so I'm like I'm always glad when people like appreciate it. I think it comes from teaching in person because I used to teach in person basically once or twice a month for like years. So you do kind of learn what questions will come up in class. And you will always have the person who brought like a slightly off-brand bead and is like, well, will this work? Or someone who they have an exact color that they want and it only exists in a delica, but the pattern is written for rounds. And they're gonna ask if the delica is gonna work. Or you'll have somebody who like, I don't like Fireline, I only use Nymo. Will Nymo work? So like I still have some of those people, beloved friends that I knew for years. Love them. I still have them in the back of my head being like, well, so and so would want to know if this will work. Like, I had a darling friend of mine, Rose. Do you remember Rose from Stacie? She came in all the time. We would talk about James Bond movies all the time. She had seen every single
I've met
James
her,
Bond
but
movie
yeah.
in theaters. She was the coolest. She always wanted to make everything smaller. So if I wrote a pattern for like, what was one of them? I apologize. My cat's scratching post is beneath me. I don't know if that sound came over. Bridget is very angry that it is dinner time. But she always wanted to make everything smaller. So I got to the point with some patterns where I would preemptively check to see. My Barcelona bracelet was the one I was thinking of.
Oh.
And she wanted to know if it would work with smaller beads. So this is the original.
Oh, yeah.
Also, technically an embellished right angle weave. We're stretching the term technically, but technically this is an embellished. But these are size 8s. These are big old beads.
Yeah.
And I knew Rose would want to make a smaller one because Rose always wanted to make a smaller one. So I ended up including in the pattern how to make a mini version. With 6s.
That is cute.
One.
That is cute.
That was so thoughtful too. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
So thoughtful, preemptively not wanting to answer the same question a million times. I do get very similar emails through Etsy. So I try to head them off at the pass a little bit.
Yeah.
If I can.
That's good business tools, right? That's a good thing to do. Like, just so it really helps with also being quick, right? Because I take a little bit of time to get through my emails, and sometimes I have a hard time getting through some of my messengers. I'm also really terrible with Messenger lately because everything goes to the wrong folder and I don't see it. Like stuff goes to like yeah. So yeah, I've got the giveaway up, guys. So I was going to do, in case anyone has not already discovered Beads Direct USA, they have amazing beads. And so I'm going to just do a gift card for them. And so here we go. We've got 53 entries. It's going to hit the button really quick. My beaded blush, she says, now let's see if we can go down to a 4. So, yeah. Terry.
Yay. Yeah, we're having a Labor Day sale this weekend as well. So you can get that to stretch. I think it goes till Tuesday, so no rush.
Gosh, now I know that too.
I saw that. Now there's like things I need.
No, I'm going to be on there later. Like you can watch it.
You'll be seeing me in person next week. I get to pick it up in person. So.
There you go.
So cool. I love that you're close and you can go there. Like I would go there. I would be like, hi, I'm here. I'm going shopping.
Yeah, anytime I see Stacie walking up, Jasmine will like go to open the door and I'm like, no, this one's mine. I want to see Stacie. You can't take this pickup. Oh,
that's so cool. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Someday I'm gonna get on the road. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to.
You should do like a tour. You could like do blog posts like everywhere you stop.
Well, I was talking to Cassandra Spicer about maybe because she does an event every once in a while about maybe getting some teachers together and we all just converge on one spot and we'll be near her bead store. So, she's only
a couple hours north of here.
Yeah, where's she at?
It's
Ann Arbor.
Okay, that's doable.
I think that could work. Yeah.
With enough notice.
Yes.
Maybe something could happen.
I'm gonna get the word out and try to arrange something. It's our own
Yeah, she had done an event last summer and I went. I was bummed that she didn't do it this year.
Oh, did you make it to the one? It's Jacksonville, right? Do I have that right? Jackson. It was just Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. She sent me one of the little bags because I really wanted one. So
Yeah.
the reason I remember the name of the
But
town.
she's not too far from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Okay.
And I think Jody Krantz is up in that area too.
Yes, Jody's close. So we would all just be like,
Yeah. I can grab Carol in Dayton on my way up. I'll just kidnap her and stick her in the Prius and we'll all head north.
oh yes, and in case anyone's, Carol is from Open Seed, right? That's her Etsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Those are great
Yeah,
patterns.
I always say Carol from Bead Stash because that was the name of her store. But
Yeah.
yes, I do believe she does stuff on Etsy under Open Seed.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a friend. I love her.
I used to go
She's
to her
really cool.
store
I've never
too.
gotten to meet her, so that's my bucket list to meet her at some point. I have a ton of her patterns.
Yeah, now she was a graphic designer who then started doing bead patterns. So I don't want anybody comparing anybody else's patterns to Carol's because she had an unfair advantage. She was already a 2D artist. I don't want to hear it.
I never knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, her patterns are gorgeous. I was yay, Jody. But yeah, I was grilling her one day when I was in her shop. I'm like, how do you get these so beautiful? Like, it's not, your patterns are almost as pretty as your designs. And she's like, oh well, I did illustrative like graphic design. And I'm like, how dare you?
She's her patterns, guys, top notch. Not discovered Open Seed for patterns.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Highly recommend. Thank you, Valerie. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my gosh, we've been going for an hour, 21 minutes. Isn't that cool?
I would say that's incredible, but like, I'm a talker, so.
I'm a talker too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That was so much fun.
Cool. And so we're being wished happy Labor Day weekend. And I knew it was Labor Day, but for some reason just forgot to wish everyone a happy Labor Day. So happy Labor Day, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you're working this weekend.
Mm-hmm. So I took off some time last week. Actually, my spouse's band has a corporate retreat that they do every year. This is my first year, but we went to the lake. So I already had my vacation time. So now I was able to like kick my coworker out of the office and be like, have a long weekend. I got this. So I only went in for a few hours today because our local post office closes very early on Saturdays. So a few hours today. And then I will go in on Monday and probably just pull orders so that we can ship extra fast on Tuesday. But yeah, if you do place an order from Beads Direct, if you get very beautiful, neat handwriting with a bunch of stickers, that was Jasmine. We love her. If you get almost indecipherable handwriting that looks like the scrawl of somebody with a medical degree, that was me. I have the bad handwriting and no medical degree. So that was me. Hello.
Oh, that's so
yeah, we do our best.
Now to see which one. I think
it's very easy to tell.
So I knew one of them was from you because you actually wrote a note. But
yeah. I often am the one who pulls the orders because that's the job that I like doing. And if I see somebody's name that I know, I hoard it to make sure that I get to ship it so that I can be like, hello. I get very excited.
Oh, that's so awesome. I love that.
It's a small operation. It's just me and Jasmine and Liz.
Wow, that is so cool. Yeah, and that's, you guys have a lot of selection for just 3 people. That's impressive. It's really cool.
We do what we can. We try to keep the selection wide. Sometimes that means it's a little hard to keep everything in stock, but we do our best.
It's cool.
And part of it is that especially Liz and I are beaters, so we see a color we like and we have to order it. We can't help it. We recently had a full staff meeting because we realized that there was a color pink that we didn't have that I wanted, so we had to order it and make a listing. So
yeah, oh my gosh, I love that too. I really relate to that.
It's a good thing I don't work there. You'd have like 430 different blue seed beads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it ever seems like Beadswork has a lot of greens and like earth tones, that's Liz appeasing me in particular.
You and Danielle would get along for sure then.
Yeah, I'm bringing all that terracotta and all the browns. I'm like, yeah.
Yes, the 70s, your Tupperware colors.
Exactly. That's so true. Oh yeah, I love that. I love working with those colors. Those are definitely my jam.
Yeah. They're my favorite. Mm-hmm.
Well, so we've got to do this again. So I gotta get you on the calendar. Let's do like a more stitch nights. Let's pick another stitch. Actually, if you guys want to shoot us a message with ideas for stuff you want to see,
give us some ideas.
We can try to do make this a thing. We'll have a stitch chat. We can call it stitch night.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find a name. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I love the idea of just being here's a stitch. Here's like all the projects we could find that we've used it in and what you can do with it. Because I don't know, I'm trying to spend time on like beading social media, especially on Instagram. I'm trying to get those little Gen Z folks to buy more beads. And they're mostly just doing flower chains and fringe earrings. And I'm like, they don't know. I gotta tell them about all the different stitches. There's so much stuff you can do.
Exactly.
Yeah, get the word out. Inspired.
For sure. Awesome. Well, hey, I just want to wish you guys a great rest of your Labor Day weekend. And I want to say thank you for coming on. And thank you, everyone here, for being with us in the chat. And we'll see you next week, next Side Sea Bead Saturday. I'll be here with Becky and Jenny are coming on. And I'll show you the full box unboxing. And then I kind of pre-sent them what I had at the time of the box. So we'll be playing a little bit extra with the stuff that's in it. Yeah. And so until then, I just wish you guys a great rest of your weekend and happy beading.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Thank you.